Just like that, I'm back. Let me get out of this parking lot right quick. So yeah. So earlier the video was I thought that was the way out. I'm about to go straight in the grass. Earlier the video I was saying sharing how it's harder for service providers to find content creators to do reviews, and the content creators that I have reached out to kind of help these service providers. They basically saying, and guys, give the video a thumbs up so YouTube can send out the notifications. The service providers basically um, are saying, look, we're having trouble getting people, and the content creators are basically saying, hey, it's not worth it. You know, YouTube cracking down on the content creator. Even that video I did a couple of minutes ago, must have been about 40 minutes ago or whatever. Already YouTube. Now, listen, in the title, it's the prime example. In the title, I don't have nothing about IPTV. I'm not showing any content. I'm not advertising an IPTV service. All right. I just did that live, okay? And I have my live set to monetize. All right. Already they got restricted ads on there, which I'm gonna have to. What's up, Teddy? Which I'm gonna have to go and follow appeal. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes with the lives, it takes a while. Every now and then I get one like that. It takes a while before those ad restrictions come off. But it's just an example of what content creators have to go through to bring that content to a community. And in my opinion, in my humble opinion, a lot of times the community is just looking for information and not necessarily looking to support a individual content creator. And I was like that at one time, like I said in the last video. All right. So guys, let's get into it. But please give me a thumbs up. Give the video a thumbs up to help the algorithm. What's up, Earl? Help the algorithm so YouTube can send out this notification to more people. I say this all the time. People be like, Tech, where you been? I've been producing content. You just got to make sure that your notifications are turned on and it's turned to all. And when I come live, I appreciate it if you hit the thumbs up. 'Cause that's also is going to trigger the algorithm to allow YouTube to send out those notifications. What's up, Brad? So here here's the thing. Let's get into it. I already explained in my last video. If you wasn't able to watch my last video, just go to my page after this. I did a live about 45 minutes ago explaining how content creators are telling me that they don't want to do any more IPTV reviews. Why not just create a Telegram for service reviews? So, bro, I mentioned that. You're right. I mentioned that in the last video. That's probably the way that it's going to go. But here's the thing, too. Here's the thing, too. Thank you, Harold. Here's the thing, too, man. The community got to support that Telegram. The community have to support that Telegram and not just be as I once was, um, uh, a culture vulture, just coming into the community, just gathering up information, trying to find out how I can learn how to program this, how I can learn how to put a Cody bill on this, how I can learn how to jailbreak a Fire Stick, right, and how I can sell it. Just coming into the community just to get information, and then boom, I'm out, and then come back to the community when I need something else. For that to work, then it's going to take the community to support content creators that go on other platforms. Like I said earlier, I have two other YouTube channels. One of my channels is Baptist Minister, which was my first YouTube channel, which is about 13 years old. My other channel is Cooking with Gadgets in the Kitchen, and like I told people, like, hey, look, go subscribe to Cooking with Gadgets in the Kitchen. That way, if something ever happened, that'll be like my backup channel, and I probably have 100 subscribers. So it just gives you an example how hard it is to get people in this niche to support content creators. Now, I've been fortunate, and a lot of my viewers support me but I do different things on this channel. So it's not just streaming reviews. You know, I do product reviews, and lately, if you've been catching our morning shows, we've been talking about the transitioning out of the streaming community to make money into stuff like cryptocurrency. We talk about exactly what cryptocurrency was, when Sheba started taking off. We talk about what was that coin and stuff like that. So in the morning, we talk about a lot of financial things like velocity banking, how to leverage your credit, how to fix your credit. So this channel do a lot of different things. But I have colleagues who mainly do reviews on stuff surrounding streaming, and YouTube cracking down on the channel. And so IPTV service providers are like, hey, they'll pay me, and they'd be like, you know, anyone else that can do a review? And I'd be like, yeah, let me reach out to so and so. I reach out to so and so. They're like, nah, I ain't doing it. Or or tell me, what's up? Or they tell me, hey, look, I got two strikes, man. I can't do it. Or another service provider be like, I was using this guy, but he don't want to do it anymore. So these gals and guys, these content creators, man, they don't want to put their channel online for IPTV service companies. So that was the first live that I did a couple of minutes ago, right? About 45 minutes ago. But during that live, a good question came out. And hopefully it's probably going to be a little difficult driving or whatever. But hopefully we can have a quick dialogue. And the question is to you in the chat. Guys, give me a thumbs up, please. The question to you in the chat is, do you think service providers should advertise? Because I think IPTV service providers should advertise. They think it should just be word of mouth. And I'm gonna give you my rebuttal to that, like I did in the last video. But what you think in the comment section? Do you think IPTV service providers should be underground? Check your buffering, man. Let me know if I'm better now, because according to YouTube Live, it never lost the signal. Give me a ones up if you can hear me and see me. Give me a ones up. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me and see me. If you're buffering, just refresh your page. Let me know, guys, if you can hear me and see me. All right, thank you. So, do you think? Thank you, Tada. Do you think IPTV service providers should? Thank you. IPTV service providers should advertise, or you think they should just be underground? The perspective of some people is the end user. It's mainly the end user. You should be underground to too much attention on YouTube. All right, that's one. That's one perspective. Anybody else? What do you think? You think IPTV service providers should advertise, or you think they should be underground? Do you think IPTV service providers should advertise, or do you think they should be underground? Because this is not the first time I heard that. I say this. I say this in the last live. A lot of times, people, they email me. Telegram is the best. It's the best. I know someone doing it now. A lot of people, and I'm gonna get to that too. I kind of alluded to that earlier. A lot of people might, I say a lot of people, but some people might send me like nasty emails, and some of them even leave like a nasty comment on the video about, you know, questioning me, why do I do the reviews on these services, right? And my rebuttal is, hey, these guys approach me to advertise. Main reason, look at gives too much attention on YouTube. These guys come to me to advertise. So I'm not just randomly picking out services. You know, they come to me, they pay me, and I review their service and I advertise it. You know, I advertise it. Now my process is, if advertising process, if there's a problem with their service, I say, hey, look, working on, hey, look, this not doing well, and I give them opportunity to fix it. Underground, they they are bringing the heat to their service. All right. So I get that a lot, man, and that's just one perspective of it. A lot of time it's the end user, but sometimes it be other. Sometimes it be other service providers because you do have service providers. I would say this: can't blame you check if they're gonna pay you. Yeah, yeah. It's just like anything else. It's just a service that this channel provides. Service providers that are established. A lot of them have that same philosophy that you shouldn't advertise. Now, let me just hear me out. Let me give you the flip side of that coin. All right. The flip side of that coin is this: if you already established, you're gonna run into the 18 wheeler. He about to kill himself or herself. All right. You are established service. You really don't need new clients because you know you probably making money, right? You got enough money to pay for your sources. You got enough money to pay for your servers. You got enough money to pay for your domain names. All right. So you probably good because you're established. Your name is out there. And what somebody mentioned in the last live is that the best way is word of mouth. So your name is out there, and now it's able to be word of mouth because you're in enough people homes. Okay. I think they should be underground too much attention. So now you're in enough people home. Here's the flip side of that. If you are a new service, all right, if you are a new service and you're trying to get clients to pay for servers, because servers, like I said, can be anywhere from 900, 1,200, $2,000 per month for one server. And if you have 3 or 4 servers, you're looking at sometimes close to 10 to 12 G's paying for your servers, your domains, um, just depending how you have it set up, and and for your sources, and if you have backup sources, right? And not to mention if you have a VOD, okay. And some people have, you don't really find this too much as of late, but some people at one point had like um an app where they pay monthly for, all right. Now they just rip off rip off other apps, okay. They pay monthly for, all right. So if you're a new service that's trying to get your name out there, you can't get word of mouth. You can't have a telegram. No one knows you. No one knows you. So I understand if you are an established, because look, I'm gonna tell you this straight up, 100. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. This is my last year advertising. The word of mouth will have served me well. Yeah, but before you got that word of mouth, you have to advertise. Like you gotta get you gotta get in front of people for people to recommend you. Okay, so I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I was shocked that so many IPTV service providers, you know, be hitting me up. So I was like, well, man, right now things hot, especially just what happened to the other service, and it's been all in the news and stuff, but they hit me up. Why? Because I know the behind the scenes, bro. I know these people they gotta meet they bills, man. At the end of the month, they gotta get clients to pay for their servers. I said this in the last live is that I have had clients who would come in and they would advertise. And when they hit a certain number, they would shut it down. They're not taking new people or whatever. They would shut it down. Why? Because they hit the goal. Then a year later, they come back and they advertise again. I'm like, well, why? If you hit your number, why you back advertising? And the thing is this is that because people come and people go. If you're not retaining people, then you got to get new clients. There's two sides to every story, man. If you are an established service, and let's say, because it happened, and y'all know, let's say there's a fight, a big fight, and let's say one of your servers crash, and let's just say you got 10,000 people, you got 10,000 clients, and one of your servers crash, right? You got 10,000 clients. That means you got a couple of servers to support that load. So you probably paying just for servers. You probably paying 10,000. I'm just throwing out numbers, guys. Don't hold me to it. Probably paying 10,000 plus for servers. yes, you should advertise because you're an entrepreneur. Okay, for service. Okay, you got a big fight and your server go down, and you have people that have a terrible experience. Okay, what you going to see that next week, that next day, or even that same night? All right, you're going to, because IPTV service is so cheap and there's so much competition. When they're trying to watch that fight and they can't get it, what they're doing? They emailing me, they emailing other content creators, or they talking to family and friends, and they're saying, "Hey man, my service not acting up." Y'all know DST. We always say have a backup to the backup. My service not my service not acting right. It's acting up. Do you know another service provider? Okay, and this will come in about the support in this community. What they're going to do is they're going to go ahead and pay $20, $10, $5, whatever it is, just so they can have that fight, and then they're going to cancel. They're going to cancel that subscription to that company. I don't care if they server been up for 10 years without one hiccup. Just one mistake. There's so many companies out there. There's so many companies out there. Just one mistake, they're going to lose a good chunk of people. And so now they still got the same service bill, right? The money for the servers is still due, but they probably out of 10,000, they probably lost 1,000. They probably lost 500. They probably lost 100. You know, either way, it's a hit. They take a big hit, and so now they come back and be like, man, let me start advertising. Okay, let me start advertising. So that's just a different way to look at it. What I'm saying, in the purpose of the last live and this live, what I'm saying is that it's becoming harder. Guys, please give a thumbs up so the algorithm can reach out and let other people know what we're talking about. Only take a second to give a thumbs up. All right. So now what I'm saying is now that YouTube cracking down and content creators really not too enthusiastic about doing any reviews because they don't want to risk their channel, man, it probably, if you're not already established in a game, it's probably going to be harder for new IPTV services to break out. So I do agree. You can if you could afford it, stay underground, okay? But you got to do what you got to do, man, to get out in front of people. And what I tell people, because I get people that's willing to pay me consultation fees to help to steer them in the right direction to get an IPTV service. And at one point of time, I had a service that I offered for $1,500 that would take you from anywhere from getting your app developed to getting your payment portal to everything. And basically, what it was, I had an agreement with two other IPTV service providers. They would make the website and all of that for you, $1,500. On the back end, the bulk of the money went to the service providers because they would give the credits, the panels and stuff like that. And either they did it themselves or they paid somebody to do the app and stuff like that. I cut that mess out, man. It was too much of a headache. I was just a middleman anyway. And at the end of the day, out the 1,500, I probably got paid $300, right? Just for linking them. All right. But to this day, people still ask me, hey, Tech, how can I start an IPTV service? And what I've been telling people and what we've been doing in the morning, and guys, I'm about to come to another bad area, cell area. So if I cut off, just bear with me, just refresh it. I'll be back shortly. But I've been telling people, especially in our morning shows, is that you probably should look at transitioning to other businesses. Okay. I tell people, if you're an entrepreneur, if you don't have if you don't have a digital product, you're losing. That's my personal opinion. If you're an entrepreneur and you're familiar with the streaming community, if you don't have a digital product, you're losing. That's my personal opinion. Digital products are the future. Okay. So I said all that to say this is that there's still a lot of people that's trying to get into the IPTV business. Okay. There's still a lot of services who retention rates are not where they want it to be, where they're losing clients, or they got to have a certain number of clients. Okay. And if you got new people that's coming out, man, they're making a calculated risk. Every business is a calculated risk. I don't care what it is. Every business is a calculated risk. Now, some risks, you got to pay like fines. Even big company, Apple, Samsung, stuff like that. Man, the people always getting fined by the FCC and all of that. Man, they're like, hey, it's worth the risk because we're making so much money. Okay, now new laws and stuff like this. Now they're looking to give people more than fines. It's more than lawsuits associated with it right now. So I tell people, what up, Uno? I tell people, whatever business you start, you're taking a risk, and because there's so many IPTV companies out there, they're willing to take their risk because they're banking on it's too many people to catch. At least too many people to catch right now. So they banking on let me get my service out here in front of people. You can't be mine goes there, mine. Uh, Let me get my service out here in front of people so I can get a clientele so I don't have to advertise anymore. So that's why you still have a bunch of people that's advertising. That's why a bunch of them not underground because they haven't reached a point to where it's sustainable. I told the story. I told this story in the other life was that I remember working with this company when they first started off. When they first started off, and man, they caught hell for the first 10 months or so. They caught hell like they basically were borrowing money and stuff like that to meet their bills because the service just wasn't producing any money. But what they did, they just kept advertising and advertising. They used me and other influencers to get their product out there until they became one of the biggest products around, making close to 90,000 or whatever a month. Okay, so you're gonna have service providers that's gonna come in and try to get their name out there because everybody's like, oh man, I can IPTV service provider, all right? Even resellers. Oh man, let me get my name out there, and they don't even have servers. They're just reselling some of those products. So I don't know, man. Should everything go underground? The question I posed to you in the last live is, okay, your main service that you have, all right, is underground, okay? They don't advertise. IPTV service don't want to advertise. Your service gets shut down or your service pack it up and call it quits. Where are you to go to find a new service? Where are you going to go to find a new service if no one is advertising? So back to people supporting the community. So if I do Telegram that's just for reviews, and each time you want to know a review, then it's going to, which is free. If you can't get your viewers to subscribe to a backup channel, what makes you think a content creator is going to be telling, right? This information to individual where he upload that content, maintain that content, right? And with like that about the content, all for what? What does that content creator get in shade a fee, a monthly fee to have you to give you access to that Telegram if they're providing good content? But then it goes back to will the community support something like that? Because this community, man, is one of the only communities that I have came across, and it's not a knock because I was like that too, to where we think everything should be free. This community think everything that a content creator put up here, regardless of the amount of time he or she spent researching, regardless of the amount of money he or she uh, um, invested into said product or potential product, this community think it should just be free. Because why not? Everybody in the streaming community want free movies, free TV shows, uh, and want to learn how to make money off all of this stuff that is free. Okay, that's what that is what this community is based off of. That's how I got to this community. I wanted to watch free stuff. Then I heard about selling fire sticks and stuff. Oh man, I want to learn for free how to jailbreak fire sticks. How many of y'all remember when when it just was basically just regular different Android boxes before Fire Sticks and all that took off, regular just Android boxes, and people had coding on there, right? People had coding on the boxes, and you had to basically uh, program a bill onto their box. How many of y'all remember the Beast? Y'all remember the Beast bill? Y'all remember the Beast bill? So when I came into the game, that's what I was putting on people's boxes was the Beast bill, Cody and the Beast bill. And then one day, the guy that was doing the bill of the Beast, he got mad and he started making you do like login stuff. Why? Because resellers like myself, we were just taking the bill, putting it on boxes and reselling it, and reselling it. And at that time, I was ignorant to the community because I only came into the community to get from the community. I wasn't. That's why them old folks say you got to be careful how you make your bed because you're gonna have to lay in there. Okay. So I was ignorant. I just came to the community to take. So he was like, "Hey, look, man, all these resellers put my bill on all of these boxes. Y'all not donating. Y'all not doing anything to support the effort, but yet y'all making money off the bill." So he made it to where you had to set up an account. Social media never ends well with an IPTV service. It's meant for underground. All right. So if IPTV service don't have the client base, how can they stay underground? Like when you say underground mean no one knows about you. So the only ones that can do that are the ones that's already established. That's the only ones that can do it are the ones that's already established. So if the ones that's already established doing it, then it becomes a monopoly. All right, it becomes a monopoly because nobody else can get into it, right? And if nobody else can get into it, then it means that supply and demand. So the IPTV said, man, and look, I hate to do like basic, you know, look, I'm not a financial advisor, all right, but basic economics, supply and demand. If there's less of something, then the demand is going to be higher, and the prices are going to go up. So the only thing IPTV service provider got to do is compete against, yes, the ones that's established. So what you're saying is you just want only the ones that's established to be in the game, and nobody else should come into the game. Nobody else should try to get Nobody else should try to get their name out there, their word out there. Why? Uh, because I'm assuming you got yours, you got your service, so you don't want nothing to happen to your service. And that's all of us. All of us are inherently, I probably what us did. So yeah, a lot of us did that. A lot of us are inherently selfish. So as long as I got my service, I don't want my service to get more people than they can handle. Don't go ahead and get greedy and take a whole bunch of people and don't get another server and have all that buffering. Or I don't want heat to come to my service, to my favorite service. I want heat to come to my favorite service, especially because it's been so reliable, right? And they get shut down, right? So I want it to stay underground because I'm good, because inherently we're selfish. But what about everybody else? Back to basic economics. If only the ones that's established in the game, then they can raise their prices to whatever they want to raise their prices to, as long as it's cheaper than cable. As long as it's cheaper than cable, because they really don't have competition. And here's a news flash to some of you. These IPTV service providers, they talk to each other. They talk to each other. They have telegrams. They have private telegrams to where they share information, they swap information, they talk to each other. So if the little guys get kicked out the game because it should only be underground, right? Then those that are established, that at one point advertise, Facebook, YouTube, or whatever, at one point they advertise to get in front of people so it can be word of mouth. If they're the only one in the game, then man, it's a monopoly. They can raise the prices. Your prices can go up. Your prices can go up. So like I said, man, I see both sides of the coin. I see both sides of the coin. I don't want my service to get in trouble and go down. Okay. No. It, you ain't gotta hate to be selfish. Inherently, we are self-preservation. But what I'm simply offering up is a different aspect of this advertising for these service providers. If you're new into the game, bro, you gotta advertise, man. If you have some type of mishap with one of your servers, or somebody come up with a better app, and you're not retaining that retention to where you're able to make a certain amount of profit that you have become comfortable with, or enough to pay for your sources and your servers, then you're going to have to advertise to get more people. So so if we only go with the philosophy that only it should only have the established, if the established people decide, hey, let me get out the game, nobody's advertising, how you going to find another service? If we want to go with the philosophy or the theory that it should be underground and only the established should have control, then if they decide to go up on their prices, who's going to stop them? What competition do they have? That's why you see a lot of these new services come out, and they be offering services for $3 reseller credits, or they be offering a service for $5, $10 a month. Okay, that because they don't have a lot. Sometimes they don't have a lot of clients. Okay, so they don't need that big of a server. All right, but as they grow, they're counting on offering different packages. All right, so they can buy more servers, or they're counting on getting a bunch of people, quantity, right? Getting a bunch of people to where they could afford more servers. There's so many ways you can look at this. So many ways you can look at this. So my theory is, I'm from a school of thought. I got a lot of customers, so I just don't want to risk it. Yeah, man. That's a look. Not only is that your opinion, that's a good philosophy to have. That's what I'm saying. Like it all comes down, and I don't know this cliche, guys. It all comes down to individual choice, and it depends where you at in the game. If you at a stage to where you need to accumulate clients quickly, then boom. And here's the thing too, and I'm talking to your IPTV service providers. Here's the thing too. If you plan on going underground, then you need to get out there now. Cause YouTube cracking down, like I said in the last video, and I've been continually to repeat in this video. Content creators are shying away from doing reviews. All right, they're looking at doing other things, and I want to say that, yeah, if you follow the channel, I used to call myself King of IPTV reviews. All right, um, I consider myself as one of those that's leading the charge to help persuade people to look at different lines of income, which is self-preservation, because I have digital products showing. You want to know how to sell hotspots? Hey, it's similar to the streaming community. People that stream, they need internet. All right, especially people in rural areas. All right, this is how you can make 10 grand, 7 grand, 5 grand a month, right, selling hotspots. Here's a video course on the methods that I use. Okay, only thing you gotta do is get the course, and then you tinker with some stuff, you know, to suit your area. That's why it's 3 different methods. One shoe don't fit all, but I give you the basic blueprint of how other students are making money. Okay, 6-figure journeys. I tell you in that video course, it covers 3 modules. Show you how to fix and repair your credit. And that same module, it basically show you how you can fix and repair other people's credit. And I suggest that you charge family and friends a fee to do that. Okay. And also I show you how, after your credit gets repaired, how you can use your credit and sell trade lines. Basically sell your credit to other people. That's multiple businesses just in that first module. The second module is, I tell you exactly how you can provide service um, to people like myself. Google ads or running campaigns. I show you where to go to get Google certified. Okay, you go get Google certified. All right. Now from the comfort of your own home. You take this video course, which is free. You get Google certified in this area. All right. After you get certified in that area, you go to this website, you go to that website, you create a profile, and you put your certifications in, and now you start charging people. That's the second module. The third module is I tell you exactly what I'm doing to make money, and then what I'm looking to do in the future to make money, like buying homes without going to a bank, doing something called subject to, and then I have all of the documentation, bruh. I've been leading the charge telling people like, look, bro, yeah, this, reselling Fire Sticks and all of that, that's good. But prime example is when AT&T Unlimited Hotspot was doing good. Like you said, you have to catch the wave. Yeah. Um, selling IP, with IPTV service and selling Fire Sticks and all of that, that's good right now, but they're cracking down on that stuff, guys. They're cracking down on that stuff, and it might not be like somebody emailed me, and I had a couple of comments. They was like, so what you're saying, this is streaming is going away? Streaming is not going away. IPTV service is not going away anytime soon, right? But what I'm saying is that the business model is making it harder to where, as we've been mentioning, only the established is going to be able to survive, because YouTube cracking down and content creators really don't want to put their risky content on their platform because of the strikes and stuff like that. And like I mentioned in the last live, man, this is one of the only communities that I see that cannibalize itself. Literally, you got different groups of people that be beefing that never met each other. Like, bro, like 90%, 99.9% of the people that watch me, all right, uh, never met me personally. Now, yeah, people around my hometown and some surrounding areas, they might see me be like, oh, you taking a bathroom or whatever, whatever. But like 99.9% of people might be like, I mean, would never meet me and never met me. All right. That's facts. But for some reason, that's because it's not a real business. For some reason, people are totally invested in the social media world to where they feel like if I say something to hurt your feelings, right? You feel like that's a personal attack, and it's not a disagreement. So what they do, they report your channel, right? They report your content, and you start getting community guidelines. All right, you start getting community guideline strikes, which mean that people in the community is reporting you. Everybody in the streaming community is doing something is doing something to where they're trying to get something for free or cheap. So why report just this content creator? All right. So what happened is when enough people do that, then content creators like myself saying, you know what, bro, it's not worth the fight with YouTube. It's not worth me risking my channel. And then I say, all right, guys, go ahead and go ahead and um subscribe to my backup channel. As long as I'm making money, it's good. Go ahead and subscribe to my backup channel. And then I go and I open up cooking with gadgets, cooking with gadgets in the kitchen, and I see that I have 100 subscribers. It's like you gotta rethink this, man. Listen, I can speak for me. Not only do I invest in my channel monetarily, all right, that's also a lot of time that goes into producing videos and editing videos. Like I said, I have seen content creators just use their cell phone, and I see content creators, bro, just shoot it raw, no editing, no nothing, and load it up, and their subscribers, their followers, they eat it up, I I don't do that, bro. Like my stuff is edited, my stuff is research. You know, it takes time, it takes effort. All right, so you put yourself in a content creator shoes. Do I want to do all of this for a community that really don't support the content creator that has taught them how to make money, has taught them how to save money? When somebody trying to get taken down, it's the next man up. Because like I said in the last video, When I came to this community, I Google how to jailbreak Fire Sticks. I Google how to jailbreak NVIDIA Shield, right? I Google that, right? I Google that, right? I searched it on YouTube, all right? The first couple of people that pop up, that's the people that I watch. Like I didn't learn stuff off of people when I got into this game. I didn't learn stuff off of people. I don't remember their names. I can't tell you what their channels, or I can't even tell you their channels still up to this day. I can't. That's how I came into the game. That's how a lot of you came into the game. That's the cycle of this community. And so what I'm saying is it's hard for a community to exist whenever it's cannibalizing itself and we don't really support each other. Now, when I say we don't support each other, that is, I do have a group of. I'm fortunate. I'm fortunate. I got a group of diehards, man. I read a book one time. I think I read a book or it was a video course or someone speaking. But I remember a lady was saying that if you want to be successful in life, you only need 1,000 people to support your ideas. All right. If you want to be successful in life, you only need 1,000 people to support your ideas. And this is why I tell people you're never going to get wealthy off of family and friends. So that means you got to get out your comfort zone and you got to look to other things. So if the community cannibalizes itself, if the support is not there for most people, okay, if you can't get them to a backup channel, how you gonna get them to a paid Telegram? Because it's gonna, in my opinion, unless you're just doing it out the kindness of your heart, it's gonna take effort to maintain the Telegram. All right. So the other rule of thumb is, all right, let the community police itself. You just start the Telegram and you drop content in it every now and then, and you don't manage it. You get some moderators and stuff like that, bruh. Especially in this community, that doesn't end. That doesn't end well. It don't end well. Cause what happened is 9 times out of 10, I never met that moderator. That just happened to be a supporter that I had for a while, right? A subscriber that I had for a while, or someone that I built a relationship with on another platform, right? And so they become a moderator. And if you're not really watching that moderator can have an issue with somebody that you don't have an issue with, and they can use your platform, your Telegram, your Facebook, right, or whatever, your website or whatever. They can use that. They can use your platform to set a score with that individual. So now the rule of thumb is, all right, you just wash your hands and let the community police itself. You still gonna get the blame. You still gonna get the blame, bruh. You still gonna get the blame. So content creators go through a lot. And what I mentioned last time, the first thing they holler is, well, y'all making all that money from YouTube, bruh, you don't get paid a lot of YouTube ads. I said this in my last live. I said when this channel first started, I had two viral videos. Not when it first started, but you know, when I was smaller, like 10,000 or under 10,000, I had two viral videos that hit. One was the air fryer, right? How to do fried chicken in the air fryer, and the other one I believe was like when Set TV got shut down. All right. Man, I mean, the air fryer one had like over 500,000 views. I can't remember exactly how many the Set TV one had, but bro, it was popping. The views were popping. I started getting subscribers, all of that, bro. You know how much money I made that month? $600. Not off the video, no, off the whole channel. $600, and it was the best month ever back then. So content creators don't get a lot of money from YouTube ads, man. Like you really like the way you get paid on YouTube depends on a couple of factors. It depends on A, your type of content, B, and somewhat how many subscribers you have, C, the time of year. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of things factored into that. I done seen people have like over 1 million some views on multiple videos, right? And they barely getting $5,000 a month. So it's not the ads, guys. This is a brand. You got to bring on sponsorships. You got to do paid spots. So content creators are saying, I got a following now, And that's why I just don't do IPTV reviews. That's why I do so much on my channel, man. It's just like the stock market. You got to have a portfolio. There's some of my colleagues, and I said this years ago. Some of my colleagues only focused on IPTV reviews. What's up? What's up? What's up? They only focused on IPTV reviews, and now the audience been conditioned to those reviews, and you really haven't came across as a personality, and you really don't have anything else to offer your audience. And now YouTube cracking down. Now they're in a dilemma with one or two strikes. Like they kind of like in no man's land. Okay, they're kind of like in no man's land, and a lot of them is like, look, I don't want to risk it. Let me just figure this out. Let me just figure this out. That's where we at, guys. That's where we at. You're right, buddy. A little extra change. So I seen in the comment section having a discussion about IPTV, a real business, our side hustle. I can tell you guys this, but I'm gonna give you guys an example. I said this last week. If you catch our morning shows, I try to go live like 2 or 3 times a week in the morning about 6:50 a.m. But we mainly don't talk about streaming. We mainly talk about like, you know, different ways to make money, right? How to transition. So we're talking about cryptocurrency. We're talking about the Shiba coin. We're talking about of course, my digital product, my 6-figure journeys or whatever, how to set hotspot. So we mainly talk in the morning. Mainly, I tell you guys, as I learn, I share. Velocity banking, how to use credit cards to fund your businesses and stuff, how to get how to get credit cards with high limits on there. So we mainly talk about that, how to take advantage of the perks that the credit cards offer and stuff like that. So that's what we mainly talk about in the morning. Okay. A lot of times people get in a place to where it's hard for them to transition. And because it's hard for them to transition, one or two things happen. Either they do I get my IPTV on Sling TV level or on the same level. Um, it's hard for them to transition. One or two things gonna happen. Either they're gonna find something else to do, or they're gonna quit altogether because transitioning is hard. It's a hard process for my channel, guys, and I don't do IPTV reviews only, but that's what get the majority of the views. Okay, the channel started off as a tech channel, all right, and streaming is part of technology, so it's a hard transition. But whether or not it's a business or not, this thing that I said last week is that it might not be a legitimate business as far as to where some of these guys got LLCs or whatever, but they're not saying they're doing IPTV. They're paying taxes based on something else, right? I'm trying to watch my words there. But I know for some service providers that I talk to that some of these guys make over 100K a month, and some of them been in the game for 4 or 5 years. Okay, I have Sling TV and Underground IPTV. For 4 or 5 years, they've been in the game, making 100K a month plus. All right, some make 30K a month. You know, so that's a lot of money. So I see why a lot of people try to get in here and advertise, because they seeing and they hearing the amount of money that's being made. So they're trying to get in here and advertise. And they're trying to build that client base. When they build that client base, then they wanted to go word of mouth. Now, remember what I said, these guys talk to each other. Not all of them, but a lot of them talk to each other, okay? The level of being totally legit, paying for all of the licensing, slanging, and everything, Slang TV. All right. That's what I'm about to get to. Remember, I told you they talk to each other. Not all of them, but some of them. They talk to each other in Telegram or whatever. Now, I'm not a financial advisor, but if I was making that kind of money, and I had a buddy of mine making that kind of money, and I know that I already had the client base, right? I mean, I already had what we call in the business. I already had the leads, because Each time you sign up for IPTV service, you got to give them an email because that's how they communicate with you. Something go wrong, they send you an email, right? If you sign up and you need to log in, you got to use your email to log in, to pay your bill or whatever, change your password or whatever. So they already, if you're making 100K a year and you charging somebody $5, $10, $15, $20 a month, I could just imagine their lead list, okay? And my buddy had the same, and he had a buddy that had the same, and we're making over 100K or 60K a month. A month, bro. You wouldn't think I try to get with them and be like, look here, guys, let's see how much it is to license this. Let's see how much it costs for this license or that license, because we already got the clientele. Now our lineup might change, but then my advertising would be, you will never have to worry about us going down, and we're cheaper than we're still cheaper than cable. Why you think cable trying to give people streaming boxes now? Cable, right? Cable is so expensive right now because A, they're greedy, and B, they paying for all of this hardware, man. Why you think you rent cable boxes? If they got their own IPTV service and the only thing you have to do is just pay, if you want the best official, it's YouTube, and the only thing they have to do is pay for servers, yes, you might not be able to get every last fight or whatever. You probably gotta, you probably, if you make that kind of money, right, and you pool all that money together, you probably could work something out where hey, exclusive just for us, just for our people, exclusive. If the fight is $30 or $100 exclusive for our people, it's $20 for this fight. Why? Because you got you probably could work a deal out if you got that many people, right, to license for that fight. Okay, guarantee into a contract negotiations. If you got all this money, bro, what it is for you to see how much it costs to get these licenses where you can be legit. If you got all these IPTV service providers, they will pull together, okay, and share their people, share their resources. Man, you get 4 or 5 of these big guys come together, bro. In my opinion, you can easily get licenses to certain material, all right, and be legit. Because you already got the people, you already got the client base. So now it's just marketing. It's just marketing. So now you be like, you never had to worry about us going down. You can be like legit IPTV service. And somebody like me gonna be like, she, I ain't gotta worry about you going down and your servers are good. Okay, what it is. People enter into agreements all the time. When I say people, companies, cable companies and networks enter into agreements all the time. That's why sometimes when you turn on your direct TV or you turn on your Spectrum or whatever, it got a commercial saying, hey, January 22nd, we will no longer be on the air. We're working hard with such and such company, so we can remain on here. Why? Because they're in contract negotiations. They're in contract negotiation. I have a Wi-Fi company, an LLC. All right. So one of the things me and my business partner did was we brought a whole bunch of equipment to where we can put what these things that's called radios on people's homes, okay, and a transmitter, all right, that you put in the air, okay, and then you get a provider, AT&T, Spectrum, or whatever, to drop a direct business line, okay. That business line runs to that transmitter. That transmitter transmit that Wi-Fi signal. That the plan was that we manage how many bands and stuff you get, that software and stuff like that to help manage or whatever. Okay, and we provide Wi-Fi to all the people homes. So we got all that equipment. Then COVID hit. So the LLC, then COVID hit. Well, can't go in people's homes or whatever because everybody, when it first started, everybody was scared. Blase. What did I have to do? AT&T, I stopped the $35 method. That's how I got involved in Wi-Fi. AT&T, I stopped the $35 method, right? What did I have to do? I had to figure out another way to solve that problem. So I was forced to learn different Wi-Fi methods, different hotspot methods to sell to other people because I ran into that snafu. Now during that time, I learned a lot about FCC regulations and rules, and what's free airways and free frequencies, and how the government basically sell and auction off frequencies and all that. I learned all of that, man, while setting up that business. Okay. So I know it can be done. I know that ordinary average Joes can get together, pull their money together, and say, how much would you charge me to do this license? You have churches that have like movie nights, like big churches or whatever. They literally go, they probably get a discount because they're non-profits. They literally go and they get licenses from like Disney and stuff like that, where they can show like movies and stuff in their theaters and stuff like that. You can go and negotiate these licenses, guys. You can do it, man. Let me see. The top level being totally legit, paying for all of the licenses and everything is Sling TV. If you want the best official IPTV, YouTube TV, but you just gotta pay to play. That would never work. If this was the case, they wouldn't have took down Gears Reloaded. It's no bigger than them. But did Billy? Did he have any licenses? Did he have any licenses? Did he buy the license? I mean, did he enter into negotiation with the companies to to get to use their stuff? There are ways to get leads for like 10 to 40 cents. I think what got Gills Reloaded, it wasn't underground anymore. Plus, YouTube got too hot in my opinion. Great tips. ICC licenses. So I mean, and again, bro, I'm not trying to say that I'm right. These are just ideas that run in my mind. Again, I'm in a position to where I talk to a lot of, because I provide a service, advertising service for them, and not them only. When somebody say, hey, you want to review a speaker, when I first started my channel, I just was so happy to get something for free. I would spend hours, especially when I didn't know how to edit good. I would spend hours, sometimes days. Bro, those days right there. Reviewing a product just to have something to show people, just to get 100 views, if that much, 35 views, if that much. I was so excited to do stuff like that, man, when I first started off. So now I'm to the place now to where, hey, you want to review this product? You want to review that product? What's your budget? How much you charge? It's the price I charge. Why? Because now I know my worth. I know the worth of the channel. So anybody, anybody that's out there saying maybe IPTV service should be underground, when I hear that, when I hear somebody say that out their mouth, I'm thinking, oh, that individual already have a good service, so they're not worried about other people. You know how many people still don't know about IPTV? Do you know how many people is still out here? Like, IPTV only have a fraction of the market, if that much. Even if they got a fraction of the market, IPTV is like it's like a cryptocurrency, point 0.0000 of the market. I'm needing a good working IPTV service. Any recommendation? I have a playlist, my guy, of IPTV reviews. Go ahead and look at that playlist. If not, just look at my most recent reviews, and you be able to decide for yourself. I don't recommend them unless it's a paid spot. I don't recommend them unless it's a paid spot. That way, nobody can ever come back and say, hey, taking the bathroom is the one that's sending us to this IPTV service. No. Like I told you in the last live, 9 times out of 10, I already have my disclaimer in every video, and 9 times out of 10, in that video, the first thing you're going to see is paid advertisement or paid promotion, right? So you're going to know that, hey, this is a paid promotion right off the rip. So, but that's where we at, man. And you hate to be like that, but when you got people in the community, man, reporting your stuff, or people getting mad at you, or people disagree with your philosophy, like, I remember the first time I sold a video for people to make money off of. I remember, bro, they They dragged my name through the mud. They dragged my name through the mud. I had one student, bro. I had him come on a live show, bro. He was the main one. He was like, I don't think you should have charged $25. Information should be free. And I explained it took me 3 months to learn this. I explained I paid $700 and buying different hotspots to find out which hotspot worked. I explained that I put a service on all of these hotspots, so I paid monthly for the service on this hotspot, right, to see which one it worked best with. And that was the investment that I made. And I said that I just was charging $25 at the time to recoup that money. That's how I started off with this idea of selling videos and digital products, was because I was like, I just want to I want to share this knowledge with you, but I just want to recoup what I already put out. Okay. That was my beginning journey into, and I already, prior to that, I had already said I wanted to start being more financially literate. All right. So I put that video out, I made my money back, and then the money just kept coming. Why? Because they were spending the $25, and then I was talking to my students, and then they were saying stuff like, "Yeah, man, I'm making $1,100 a month off a $25 video. Oh man, I'm making $5,000 a month off $25 video." And I was excited. I was happy for them. I was happy that they was able to basically take a product that I put together, right, step-by-step product that I put together, and they was able to learn from that and make money. Like, hey man, I'm making 7,000, bro. Hey man, I'm on my way on vacation. Thank you, Tech man. Me and the family going on vacation. Thank you. I think Google is your best friend, my friend. Um, you know, my family gone on vacation or whatever. Want to thank it. It made me feel good. But then the businessman to me was like, wait a minute, where else can you go and pay $25 and instantly start making close to six figure plus a year? So I kept the video up. AT&T shot that method down. I want to say within a week or two, I had another method up, and I was charging $100 for that video. And again, drug my name through the mud. Man, he just was to this day. I got people that write to me or just randomly send me $25, and I got to send it back and say I don't offer that video course anymore. I'm lying. It was 75. The next one was 25, then 75, then 100. Or randomly send me $75. Say I don't have a video course for $75 anymore. Right. So, um, still to this day, people do that. So they drug for me again. I'm like, bro, like, where else can you go and make this investment and make this type of money? But now, guys, I was on with analytics, right? I actually had case studies, students that was letting me know how much they was making. Because sometimes, and I'm talking to somebody out there, sometimes you might be doing something and it's successful, but you think if somebody else do it, it might not be successful. Bro, put yourself out there, man. Just think about, I'm not saying to leave the streaming community altogether tomorrow. I'm just saying, bro, like any smart person, start trying to come up with a backup plan. Start trying to come out and transition to the next thing. Catch the next wave, like I always say. And the next wave are digital products. So by the time I get to the point now, I appreciate you, bro. You definitely offer great information. Thank you, Brian. Um, so I get to the point now to where I'm like, boom, six-figure journeys. All right. My students made money off the hotspots or whatever. AT&T changed it 3 times. I even partnered with a company that had a contract with AT&T. And here's the great news too. I just got to connect from a local person that work at AT&T, and we're going to be talking about maybe a way to start reactivating SIM cards or whatever. All right. So just stay tuned to that. And the reason why I'm telling you that is that even though I have clients with hotspots, I sell hotspots, all right. And even though I have video courses that's teaching people different methods of hotspots, I never stay stagnant. What's the next thing? So when this situation presented itself, I was like, ooh, let me get with you. So I inboxed him. We got the, da 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 da. We're gonna set up a phone call and see if that works. See if that can work. Why? Because what is hurting the businesses, all of these websites is $99 per month. I mean $29 per month for service. So we're gonna see if that works, because I don't stay stagnant. I'm looking for the next wave. And so I was like, bang, six-figure journeys. My wife, man, I'm formally divorced. If you know my story, any of y'all ever brought my ebook or watched one of my commercials, my first wife left. My youngest kid, we had 3 boys. My youngest kid was 5. My oldest was 8. My first wife left. All right. Um, when me and my current wife got married, she was formally divorced also. Repossessions, bad credit because of the divorce. Yeah, if you ever been divorced, you know how it is, man. This person ain't paying that person ain't paying that. And when you say, come take it, come take it, you know. So repossessions, foreclosures, or whatever, starting over hard. So I use me and my wife as case studies when I started learning about credit. I started learning about credits. Tell you right, I made a lot of money off AT&T House about 2 years ago. Start learning about credit and all of that. And then boom, dang, 3 months, able to get my wife credit score up. Boom, got my credit score up. Now what can I do with this credit? Boom, let's get this credit card. Oh, you approve for 10,000? Or you approve for 3,500? Or you approve for 5,000? Or you approve for 15,000? All right. What the perks of these cards? So I started learning about credit and how to do it. So what I did, I paid for information. I paid for other people's video courses. I paid for documentations, right? All of those documents is in six-figure journeys. You can have that when you buy the course. You got all of the documents, all of those documentations. You got all that for free. Basically, I'm just showing you what to do to get to where I'm at. That's the only thing it is, man. Is I put up the investment up front, monetary and time wise, and then I put together a package showing people what to do. And what I was doing was I just was creating a YouTube video, and then I was like, creating a YouTube video, and then I was like, what's up, baby? No, I ain't going to the gym. I'm waiting on you. What's wrong with it? Oh, the cement right. It need to be repaid. All right then, I got you. Sorry about that, y'all. So lost my train of thought. So yeah, so I put together a package, and so just showing people, hey, if I can do it, you can do it. If I can do it, you can do it. So man, that's the only thing Six Figure Journeys is basically how I made that investment in myself, how I put in that time and I put in the money, and how I tried it. Use us as a case study. Okay. I don't think you get any worse than people that have multiple foreclosures. When I say multiple foreclosures, actually wasn't foreclosed on, but sheriff come to your house and you negotiate and all of that. All of those late payments, it goes on your record, right? Happened twice, foreclosures. All right. Two repossessions, all of that, man. Previously divorced, all of that bad credit, man. If we was at student loans, my wife is a nurse, buku student loans, man. If I don't never see another Sally Mae letter in my life, I'd be good. Buku student loans, work work through that 4 months, all right, in a better position. But I realized that video right there, the credit one, right there, in Six Figure Journeys, that first module, that could have been a video just right there. Because there's so many ways you can make money, and I show you that in the video. But I was like, nah, people need to get more. Show you how you can have no skills. Because I was like that at first when I came to the streaming community. I was like, man, I don't know how to program this stuff. So I came to the streaming community with no skills in programming boxes and stuff, just watching videos and learning off others. All right. Call myself a culture vulture. I took I took from the community when I damn made money, and I wasn't investing back into the developers. All right. I wasn't. I'm just being 100% honest. Now, the shoe on the other foot, I realized the importance that why it's important to invest in the developers and the creators that's feeding you this information. I was like, no skills. So I was like, bruh, if you can sit at a computer, I'm gonna show you how you can go get Google certified. That a lot of people don't know about. You can just go take these tests online from the comfort of your house, become Google certified. And then after you get that certification, that video course, man, I show you what a brand that certification, the platforms that I go to and other people, other content creators go to, that when I need somebody to run an ad campaign or something like that, I pay somebody else because I don't have the time. So now you got a whole business. You woke up this morning, you didn't have any skills. Depending on the course you choose and the pace you want to go at, by the end of the night, you Google certified in a certain area. Because it's more than one area. You Google certified in a certain area. At the end of the night, you got you a business. I got a video how to do an LLC. I showed you exactly how I did my LLC. All right. You can start a business. So you can At the end of the night, you can have your business and an LLC. That's the you got that's all in that in one video course. And then I say, well, after you do the credit thing, if you're not interested in making money off the credit, or you're not interested in basically, getting certified in Google, well, maybe you're just interested in how I'm making money. I basically take you behind the scenes and tell you what I'm doing right now to make money. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to even project to you what I'm looking to do next year around this time to make money. And that's to buy homes without the banks, right? To do subject to. Okay. Man, like, that's the only thing it is, man, is finding a problem and offering a solution. And that's the only thing I do, man. So if a person say $100 is too much to invest in themselves, when you can potentially make 6 figures plus, just like people say $25 was too much when they was making $10,000, $5,000, $7,000 a month. Okay, now the hotspot video is $150, for the video course, bro. If that's too much to invest in yourself to make that kind of money, then you're probably not built to be an entrepreneur, because the first thing you learn is that you have to invest in yourself. The first thing you learn is you have to invest in yourself. So, man, I know I've been ranting, going on and on and on and on, but hey, bro, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good, man. Like I said, I think the community could adapt, but it's never gonna be the same, and it's probably gonna be harder in the short term. If new content creators don't decide to start creating the content, it's gonna be harder for you guys to find ways to save money in the streaming world. And if we don't start supporting the content creators, because everything a person do is a calculated risk, make it worth their while, man. That's the only thing I'm saying, bro. Make it worth their while. Here's your boy taking the bathroom. Till next time, peace. Don't forget to subscribe. Hey, guys, check out my video courses. Tomorrow I'll be dropping the IPTV review. Maybe these companies shouldn't be advertising, but if you got a bill that you got to pay every month, you want to get in front of people until you get to the point to where it's able to be word of mouth. That's my recommendation, man. Fake it